Hello everybody and welcome to another theRIBALD health class. This week we are going to be talking about talking to somebody that you're interested in. I know, scary stuff, but also exciting. Like anything, it starts with one step, so don't overwhelm yourself with it. I know it can be kind of hectic. You can talk yourself up and you get so excited about it, then you see the person and you're like, and run away. Trust me, I used to be the aggressor in all of it. So if I see something I wanted, I would always go for it. Didn't really work out for me. And then I got away from dating for so long that now if somebody talked to me, I would probably run away. The way I show that I'm interested in is like, I awkwardly stare at somebody and hope that they make the first step. But even if they do, I run away. So it's fun, it's awkward, but neither of those really worked out. So we're gonna kind of find a common ground here. We're gonna try something a little better. And if all else fails, you just get a new identity, move to a different country, and live your life new, right? But seriously, first step, if you're at school, if it's somebody in your town, if it's somebody where you work, or at the gym, well, not at the gym and stuff now because of COVID, but all you're gonna do, the first step, just smile at them. Every time you see them, just smile. You don't have to do anything more than that. Can be in passing, whatever, just smile at them. And then when you feel comfortable enough, you can promote yourself to saying hi and smiling. And when you get a little more comfortable with that, or they haven't initiated the conversation, then just smile, say hi, and even say like, how are you? We all know that's a great passing question because everyone just says good and nobody really stops if they're walking, right? Like, and if they do want to talk, they will stop, and then you have to be prepared for that. And then your next step, you can progress to, say, your classmates together or something like that. You can ask them to be a study partner, or especially times now that we are on our computers and stuff all the time, you can even just do a Zoom study session. You can just pretend you don't know answers to questions and ask them, and it just generates a conversation. Or if you're at work, you can just, if they're stopped at some point, you can progress to, oh, how is your day going? Something a little more specific than like, how are you? And you can kind of move from there. And if you can always tell if somebody is interested in you by their body language when you are talking to them. So if somebody's doing this to you and you're over here and they're talking, and you're talking to them, it's not really a good sign. And if they're not making eye contact, there's the difference between not making eye contact because they're nervous and not making eye contact because they're not interested. And I will have my blog link like usual. I wrote a huge blog on it today and then my internet cut out and I just deleted everything, so that I'm dealing with that anxiety right now. But I'll add in there, if it's just like basic tips to tell. It doesn't even have to be in a romantic aspect, just if somebody's interested in you or if somebody's engaged in the conversation. And it's super simple. Our body language gives off way more information than most people maybe think. And it's really easy once you start seeing these things in people, like being able to read it. So one key thing, like if they're open, if their body's open to you, if their feet are facing you, and they're engaging in eye contact and conversation, then I think you're pretty good. But if they're not, then maybe retreat back, and then if they are then interested, then they can come to you. I know it's terrifying. Rejection can suck, but it's better to know, and then you can move on and get rid of that little fantasy in your head about them, right? You can just move on and live your life. But you will be able to tell, and it doesn't have to be long conversations, and it doesn't have to be super in depth either. Like I said, it can just be something as simple as, how's your day going today? Did anything interesting happen? And you can always have the freedom to walk away. Just be like, okay, I gotta run, see you later. And if that continues to happen quite a bit, also, if you are at work, obviously make it so it's, don't do it in front of a bunch of people if you're not comfortable. And if you can get them. If not, like if they are in front of a bunch of people, just smile at them. It's as simple as that, or school or wherever, right? And you can even say something, give them a compliment once in a while, right? And then just walk away. say, oh, your hair looks really good today, or that color looks great on you, because we can't see their face and anything else. So this is like all we see. So give them genuine compliments too. You want to speed things along. And I mean, if it gets to the point where you're getting kind of irritated and you're like, okay, should be asking me out by now, or you think that you gotta pick up the pace a tiny bit, you can always tell them to be like, you know, if you ever were to ask me out, I wouldn't say no. Like, I'm not promoting dating during COVID, but there are so many ways that you can engage without like necessarily being face to face. So those are some helpful little tips. And yeah, if you're interested in them, like I said, you don't have to be the full aggressor. You can just start and generate conversations and little engagements like that. You don't have to be proposing marriage right off the bat. I know that's kind of what it feels like sometimes, but just smile, just relax. Guarantee that person is just as nervous as you. And if they aren't and they're not interested, then you can move on, because why would you want to go after somebody that isn't interested in you? Okay? No more of those trauma issues coming into your relationships. Stop it. But those are little tips. Again, I will add this into my blog, and then I'll add the blog link there. It's pretty easy to see those engagements with your body, and you can always tell too if somebody's kind of interested in you. And when you're around, especially if you're in school, like middle school, grade school, or high school, even it happens now, like people are not as evolved in that way as we think. Like it's very basic, pheromones, hormones, they still operate the same way. And you can tell if somebody progressively gets louder when you're around, or they start tapping, or they start doing these little quirks that it's to try and get your attention. That's another thing too. It's very easy to see. It's like you're so quiet until I get around, and then they like perk up because they're trying to get your attention, right? So pay attention to those key things. Again, pay attention to their body language. Don't try for someone that you know deep down if they're interested or not by how you're engaging with them, right? There are people that are just being polite, but again, look at their body language and it'll tell you everything. And then you'll know the more you engage with them too, whether or not it's something that you should maybe pursue, or maybe it's just them being friendly or professional, right? So I hope that works for people. I hope it can help with somebody's anxiety and the butterflies. Like I said, it can be super exciting, but it also can be debilitating. So one step, that's all it takes. All you got to do is smile. That's the only thing that you need to do. Just do that. Just focus on that for now, and then everything will kind of roll into it, okay? So try it out. Let a girl know how it works. And if it doesn't, I also love and live for the awkward moments, because I've been through so many myself and I just love them. So share all of your stories. I would love to hear them. Any of these videos, let me know. Okay, love you all and hope you're having a really good week. Bye.